Okay, we are back, and considering you just missed the first minute or so of the game, that's not a big deal because it's Arena, and we're going to have a nice, chilled start to this third game of the series. So both players choosing to pick as their home maps the maps with which they won tournaments, or the maps of the tournaments that they won. Viper coming in as Masters of Arena 3 champion here from the early part of 2016 and choosing Arena as his home map choice in Game 3 of this 4-game series. This time it's a Britain's war, and Viper will be quite happy with that, I think. A player who's known to really enjoy the Britons. But Vinchester has some mean crossbow micro of his own as well, so potentially good for him too. And Vinchester can also boom quite fiercely as well when he's just focusing on that. I always think of Vinchester as a player who kind of, like, if he's doing one thing, he'll go really strongly into that. Like if he's just booming, then he'll sort of over boom, or if he's microing a lot, then he'll maybe over micro, and he's to really kick up to the next level. Probably getting the balance is the most important thing for him. Let's take a look at the maps. Vinchester, start with him. He's in purple again, of course. Main gold, very far forward in, almost adjacent to the forward wall. Second gold outside. Third gold probably outside. This is probably counts as a second. That one's nicely in the back along with some stone. Where's the main stone? Also quite forward, could be harassable, especially with the range of any Briton crossbows firing over the walls. Relic in his base, always a bonus, but not quite up to the level of Metal RTS hacks, where he got 3 relics in his own base, like here, here, and here, which is I was just astounded with when I saw the other day. Actually, no, sorry, it was Stark that had it, not Metal. It was Klavskus joking about the big Metal RTS relics that made me think of that. Vinchester able to lure the deer here, getting them through the gate with no issues. It's nice for him that they're really close to the gate to facilitate that. Viper's deer outside as well. Probably a tad harder for him to push in, but doing it all the same. Although that one is not being cooperative at all.
Yay.
Fairly good timing in that second pour there. Vinchester finishing his before bringing in the second one. But yeah, overall the map for Vinchester, not great considering the forward positions of his main mines and second or third gold, depending on which way you look at it. But if he ventures all the way down here, does have some good extra resources to take and some extra space, and a fair amount of space to boom in the back. Relic distribution, very clumped towards the southeast corner. Arguably tiny bit closer to Vinchester. He's actually likely to put his monastery here somewhere because the first relic is right there, which would leave these ones quite close. Viper's gate to get out there is all the way down here, so that's actually slightly further distance to go for him. Viper, meanwhile, looking at his map, the main gold is a bit further away from the wall, probably just far enough that Bodkin crossbows with the Britons plus extra range won't quite reach to that gold mine for villagers on this side of it. And then this stone will be harassable though. Where are the extra mines? Yeah, 2 extra gold mines in the back, really nice for him. So he's got no extra resources in the back, no extra gold and stone, but some space there. So Vinchester's exposed forward main gold and stone made up for by the fact that he's the only one with the extra resources right now. Extra gold in quite a neutral position. Viper advancing to the feudal age now, 24. And choosing to go out to gold. Seems like Vinchester's going to choose to sell stone instead. But actually going for some gold as well. I forget, is it that you like a mine 10 gold and sell 100 stone and that gets you to 200? I really can't remember how they do it. I'm not a massive arena enthusiast, so I can't remember if that's the thing. SMB, how do you feel when you play as the Britons? Do you feel proud? Well, I do enjoy the Britons. They suit me. I often say, like when I'm casting Arabia, and it's like Celts versus Britons, I'm always like, well, the experts seem to do better with Celts, but I like Britons more. But I wouldn't say I feel proud. Okay, expected market blacksmith from Vinchester. And market blacksmith from Viper. See the difference in castle age timing. Right now it looks like Vinchester may be the one who's going up with an extra villager. Actually hiding the TC a tiny bit. Maybe it wasn't. Anyway. Yeah, 21 seconds difference actually, but a villager ahead, so Vinchester actually just with the tiniest advantage there. Once again, not really meaningful, but it's just to check that the players are on par. Double bit axe being researched for both. Vinchester luring in his final deer right now. Did Viper? Yeah, Viper managed to get them all in. Looks like he may have just finished the last one too. Horse collar coming in for both. Very similar approaches right now. Let's actually look at the economy in detail. 9 lumberjacks. 11 for Viper. Seems like Vinch is just still gathering food a little bit more heavily, whereas Viper's already finished those gear and able to move a couple of villagers out to wood. Extra than Vinchester is able to do. Let's take a look at how the players view each other's maps. Interestingly, Viper right now has explored a lot of the arena, but he doesn't yet see too much about Vinchester's map. He doesn't know that this main stone and main gold is in a poor position. He's now seeing the main stone. Let's see if he's going to carry on up there and see the gold. Bowsaw kicking in for him straight away. He's just now seeing the main gold and this gold as well for Vinchester. So oh, my computer's freezing up. Always worries me when that happens when the stream is live because I get so paranoid about it dropping. Just freezes for a second. 1 TC and Monastery straight away on Bowsaw. And 2 TC, yeah, I was expecting him to be able to drop at least 2 TCs straight off the bat. Obviously, Britain's getting them cheaper. And Loom kicking in for Viper now.
Ready, Mandatum.
There's a Vinchester going for an early wheelbarrow that I don't think Viper got. Let me just quickly check. No, he didn't. A little bit of difference there. But Viper now getting it. I find it sort of odd that Viper did get Loom when he did. Because he had a good amount of food to keep TCs running at that point. He's actually going quite heavily over stone. I think he's seen this. And that's influenced his decision to suddenly go heavily on stone. But maybe he was going to just do 3 TC, 1 monastery, try and get a couple of relics, and then just go for castle after that and start doing longbow straight away. Maybe that was his plan all along. Vinch, meanwhile, has come off stone completely. So if he's going to do any military in the next few minutes, it's probably going to end up being crossbows after he's built a barracks and an archery range. Just heard relic being picked up. Viper taking this one home. The other 3 still remain up for grabs in the middle of the arena with Vinchester. No monastery as yet. And on 4 TCs booming instead. And there's actually 7 villages ahead of Viper. Which will only continue to grow with Viper being on 3 TCs. Only just having like enough farms to keep those running and yeah, 4th TC being built now, but like we saw heavily on stone. Vinchester's still keeping us. Yeah, Scout's still inside, low HP, and that's the reason. And it's going to allow Viper probably to snag 4 relics, which for Vinchester is not going to be the best thing to allow Viper to do, but He is booming really hard and is hoping that will allow him to be the one with the initiative a little bit later on. Can I check if Vinchester scouted the back goals? Yes, good point. And yeah, he sees a whole back area, perfect scouting of everything. I think he's uncovered every tile that lies within his walls of actual clear land or mines. Very good scouting. You sometimes see players forget to do that, and you know there's some gold here, and he's already going to take it. Actually, yeah. Sometimes you see some players just not really exploring right into the far recesses of these nooks and crannies behind their bases and missing important resources. It shouldn't happen at this level, but even in the later stages of Arena 4 recently, I've seen it with very good players failing to find their back resources, and sometimes that can be important. How are the game sounds for you guys right now? It feels like it's suddenly got very quiet in my headset. Maybe that's the headset kind of short-circuiting or something. The wire is sort of broken. I need a new headset. But as long as you guys are hearing game sounds okay, that's fine. 12 fills ahead, how? Vinchester, I think, dropped 3 extra TCs right off the bat. And Viper did 2 TCs in a monastery. So Vinchester just booming really heavily, whereas Viper focusing on relic collection, and that's why we see the Veil difference. Sounds totally fine. Great. Yes, I need a new headset. The wire is so busted. I reckon it's just become frayed, but I don't know why. Like, if it's gonna break on me, why am I just hearing it quietly now instead of like not at all? Makes no sense to me. Anyway, Viper deleting these forward walls. He's got his scout constantly patrolling in front of Vinchester's base, in the area where the 2 gates are as well. So he knows Vinchester's not doing anything, not venturing outside the walls, and he doesn't really care, just deleting a few wall sections and putting the castle right out there in front of his walls. He knows it's safe to do that. But Vinch is on the way to the Imperial Age now, so what's he going to do? He's going out to Stone finally, so he's going to get a castle probably just in time for when he reaches the Imperial Age or just afterwards. Getting fletching, of course. And adding a barracks as a prerequisite to presumably building some archery ranges now. University. So you can get ballistics. I didn't see if he got it already. Both mining upgrades kicking in. Viper, meanwhile, having completed his castle, is now going to go forward, and he's only a minute behind Vinchester on Imperial Age timing, but as we've seen many times before, Imperial Age timing can be really impactful on Arena. However, Vinchester, it's not like Vinchester has a castle in a position where he can just start producing trebuchets 1 minute earlier than the Viper. Given that he just focused so heavily on economy during the Castle Age and just went up straight away. Maybe the soldering has come loose inside the wire casing. Perhaps indeed. All these headset technicians in the chat. Will the conversion trigger before the scout goes down? Viper is deleting that monk. I feel like the monks have been converting for so long that they probably should have got the conversion before the monk died, but I think Viper deleted it, perhaps a bit prematurely, because the conversion triggered shortly afterwards. And Vinchester hitting Imperial Age first now. Yeah, just getting ballistics now, +2 armor, and putting up castle in this spot. Quite far back from the walls, like if he could have put it here a bit more, it might have protected this gold tiny bit more, and that one. But he knows Viper's the one with the initiative, got some monks there, maybe just wants to be a little bit safer with the castle placement, and those monks will now go down to crossbow with 5+4 range. And lots, 3 siege workshops coming up now for Vinchester. He wants to just get the capped ram push going, but mangonels pop out, and wow, that is taking away a lot of Vinchester's army that he has on the field right now. A lot of his initiative is meaning Vinchester's having to completely abandon these forward siege workshops that he's building and come and build another siege workshop there. But man, if that Mangonel from Viper had chased down those villagers, those would have gone down as well. Vinch, you need to delete these siege workshops before you lose like 600 wood for nothing. Delete it. There we go. There we go. But yeah, Viper, once he's fully upgraded these longbows, is going to have those snipers from afar, of course. Vinchester getting completely taken by surprise by those 2 Mangonels popping out of siege workshops. Don't know if he saw the siege workshops or whether he was just thinking there must be rams in there instead. But he really got lured into a trap there. That siege workshop being deleted too, so Vinchester saved the resources. Building a castle here, and he's got the resources for a 3rd one as well if he wants to. So Vinchester, once he gets that 3rd castle up, or if he does, then he'll be able to win a Treb war. And I've just discovered why my headset was so quiet. I accidentally knocked the volume the volume switch that I forgot was on the wire. Simplest explanation for everything, right? Arbalests and longbows trading. Yeah, nothing much. Viper's just going to go home, carry on. Oh, 3rd castle for Viper, actually. Didn't notice that. And 4th one. So, forget everything I said about Vinchester being able to win Treb wars. Because Viper's matching him and then some with the castles. Vinchester still needing to take some of the stone in his base. Where is his 2nd stone? Or has he finished it? I don't know. Was it here? Yeah, I think that was there, wasn't it? Both players now researching elite longbowmen at the same time. That is Illuminati stuff, if you've ever seen it before. 3259. So having seen Viper heavily committing into the elite longbows, it's going to reply in kind. Viper saving resources by skipping on crossbows and arbalest upgrades and such. 6+6, 5+6. Both players are elite yeomen at this point now, but those elite longbows with the +1 extra range. Well, not 1 extra range. I mean, not +1. You get what I mean. 1 additional range in total. And Vinchester a little bit overextending, maybe with cap ram pushes against these siege workshops with the Mangonels behind. But that said, forgot about just how far away these snipers can take the Mangonels down from. Even so, Viper though, with lots of rams popping out of the siege workshops, ram train, and it's going to be ram versus ram with Viper having the numbers advantage in any one time. I think similar amounts of rams, but Viper having them all in the fight at once. Vinch coming forward. Sorry, Viper's Treb's coming forward now, all deploying at the same time. Only going to take them like 3 volleys to take down this castle, I think. Maybe 4 volleys actually, but Vinchester not repairing it, so he's going to lose 1 castle straight away once those rocks land. And Vinchester unable to take that main gold now. Longbows in the back just slaughtering the bills on there. Vinchester's actually 15 villages behind at this point, only 135 population to Viper's 185. Viper's got more siege, he's got more longbows, he's got more villagers, he can actually mine his gold. All the cards in his hand once again here. Vinchester Ring Archer armor is going to come in a little earlier than Viper's one, but not going to make a big difference. And Viper already feeling comfortable enough with his economy to just put some resources in elite skirm and really start countering those elite longbows. Not that they necessarily needed to. Meanwhile, Vinchester selling some food, trying to get some more gold. Gonna need that considering how much is being driven off these gold mines. One in the back for him is still, well, starting to run low. Only about 1,000 gold left in total. Chemistry for Vinchester was there all along. It wasn't for Viper, so that's been helping Vinchester a little bit, along with some capped rams tanking some skirmisher fire for now, but it won't be long before any extra skirmishers Viper producers will be attacking Vinchester's longbows, because Vinchester, well, I was about to say not with many rams, but surprising amount coming in from the north. Don't know if it's going to be enough though. This sneaky one trying to get to the Trebs, but that one's going to be intercepted. This is insane Ram City right now. Players need to try and micro these rams against each other in the best way possible, as both players' sets of longbows just shoot at the rams as well. what's game 4? Game 4 will be the remaining tournament map that hasn't been played, so it will be islands. Vinchester now taking fire on another castle from 4 deployed trebuchets at once. We've seen it, it's 4 volleys without any repairing for them to take it all down. And even this extra castle that Vinchester has outside his walls taking some damage from a catch ram at the base, although Vinchester sending his villagers to deal with that. Viper, though, with just this line of 4 castles across the front and the 5th one somewhere, okay, up here in the north, protecting extra resources and giving him another springboard to push in against Vinchester's northern siege workshops and the extra gold there. He's just got an unstoppable push once again. Vinchester, what have you got left on this map? You don't have a castle. Okay, you got 1 castle. I was about to say you don't have a siege workshop either. He's only got some down here and up here, not right at the heart where Viper is pushing. But much the same as when I spoke a minute ago about the populations, Viper pushing 190 and Vinchester down 130 or so, unable to just keep army alive, to mass enough army, to mass enough rams, losing his production facilities, losing access to his gold. I think he's going to have finished his gold basically now. 500 left to mine in the back and that's it. 100 there, 600 gold left to mine in total, and a bit of extra stone is all he's got. He's throwing up siege workshops all over the map, even getting architecture just to try and keep them standing for a little bit longer and just try and mass enough rams to actually do something. But he's only producing a handful of skirmishes now. I think I haven't seen many new longbows for a long time. Creating a few down here, but that's it. Some archery ranges idle. He's got fairly good food and wood to make a lot of skirms, but that's about it. And GG again. And Viper just brutal. And once again, even though he was later up, he was faster with the treb pushes, he was faster with the ram massing, and that was just the decisive thing at the end of the day. Maybe Vinchester could have held on a little bit longer if he had like more protective main golds to keep producing more longbows and didn't lose his castles so early, but it was just a difference in production of siege and production of longbows and the timing of it that made a big difference. Vinchester lost all of the initiative from his early Imperial age when he came forward with his crossbows, got them mangonelled in one fell swoop by surprise mangonels popping out of here, and then was unable to build siege workshops in front of his base. And at that point, Viper's already massing rams, and it was all downhill from there for Vinchester. Quick look at the achievements. Not really seeing a great deal, just more gold for Viper in the end, quite important because he was able to actually mine his main gold, pretty much. That was the difference. Kills in Viper's favour, obviously raising slightly more villagers in the end, surpassing Vinchester's boom.